that grass looks greener. So we'll only name banned cards for sake of fairness. I can name plenty of cards that are banned that I would rather have, or limited that I'd rather have go to multiples instead.
Okay. I can start.
Okay.
Okay, we'll continue with that grass looks greener.
Okay.
Or fiber jar.
I mean, that grass looks greener is more broken in a sense. Fiber jar is just annoying as like it would be a nightmare in tournaments and whatnot, or just it'd be a degenerate card. Like that grass, I would just lose to. Fiber jar, I'd be like, okay, I'm about to win this duel. Okay, attack your face down. Fiber jar. So now we just basically restart the duel, right? Uh-huh. Okay, so now I draw a bad hand, you draw a good hand, and then you could get a free win. But that grass is, you're guaranteed to get a free win. I remember Noah and I were talking about when that grass came out, we're like, okay, just mask change Dark Law, and then all your mills go to get banished.
They need to make a
or macro.
Once that grass looks greener can come back as soon as they make a draw lock for milling.
I mean, they do have Dimension Shifter. It's like that grass looks greener, change Shifter, turn 1. Well, he doesn't have macro or defisher or Dark Law up, so I might as well do this first turn. D-Shifter. Oh, shit!
The Dimension Shifter would kill that card, though.
People don't understand how good Artifact Lancia is, though. Like, I don't understand how people don't understand how good that card is. That card is stupid. Evenly. The pots. Cosmo tagouts. ABCs. What card also banned? There's so many. Trickstar Reincarnation.
There's 2 artifacts that are good now. 1 being Lancia, 2 being Scythe.
Oh yeah, those are the ones that matter. Yeah. But Scythe is just so underrated of a card. Cross out, called by. You can play them offensively or defensively.
Yeah.
Like it's like I want to do this play. Shifter, no.
All right, let's get this game on the road. Which one would you rather? I love this.
Yugioh Bear List. Oh, I like any type of game. Would you rather, I'm sure there's other situation we can go for, too.
Would you rather vomit or would you rather...
I thought we were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh at the moment.
So
at least do that grass, and then we'll go on to whatever. I'm looking up the Yu-Gi-Oh ban list.
Yeah, that's fine.
September.
You can do that, because my ideas are a little different.
Kaiser Coliseum, I'll take Kaiser Coliseum. Chicken Game, I'll take Chicken Game. Soul Charge, I'll take Soul Charge. That might be a little bit biased. Brilliant Fusion, I'll take Brilliant Fusion. Snatch Steal, I'll take Snatch Steal.
Over what?
Grass. I would take any of those over grass. Ones that I might not would be like Painful Choice. Something like that.
Confiscation.
It's actually more broken than Painful Choice, though, in a sense. Like, it's debatable. Remember when we thought Super Rejuvenation was going to break everything when it came back?
Royal Oppression could come back.
You already know our opinion on that. We're like the only ones that make any sense on that one. Everyone else is
come
scared.
Now. Come on now. You know how many people are expressing summoning? It's fair.
You know how many people are just now talking about, like, seriously talking about, like, Gozen and Rivalry? Like, those cards should be banned. It's like, dude, people have been talking about that since, like, we're talking about that in, like, 2014 that they should have been banned. And then the people stopped being babies about it, and then this, like, newer group or whatnot are babies again about it.
It's a card that freaking punishes combo players.
Right?
I
mean, I don't like the degeneracy and whatnot, but that's how it goes. I mean, it is kind of bullshit. Like, you're playing Altergeist or Trickstars or what's the other deck? True Dracos, and you just flip. Like, okay, I gotta, let's say...
Track Dust Shoot can come back at this point.
I mean, a lot of people said a pointer of the Red Lotus is a stronger Dust Shoot. So if anything, they'd ban a pointer and bring back Trap Dust Shoot. I've said Trap Dust Shoot for a long time. And I've said Royal Oppression for a long time.
Those two
And Time
are
Seal.
actually kind of not even relevant.
Yeah, I mean, you'd probably have to do a little bit of movement on the ban list, but yeah, I don't really have a problem with it. I'm gonna pull up the list and whatnot.
But you're putting Confiscation, Delinquent Duo. Well, actually, Delinquent
I don't think
Duo,
those are nearly as broken as Grass. I don't think Pot of Greed's as broken as Grass. I don't think Diagram. I don't think Card of Demise. I don't think... Oh, those are limited.
Card of Safe...
Okay. Now, Card of Safe Return. Those are at least comparable. We can at least say they're comparable. See, the thing is, inherently, Grass is one of the most nasty cards if you're playing a 60-card deck that you can search it in.
I'll tell you what two cards are comparable to Grass. Card of Safe Return and Ultimate Offering.
Well, I was just sticking with spells, but yeah.
I mean, for trap-wise, those are two that...
Honestly, I can see Ultimate Offering coming back. It won't surprise me. I'm not saying it's going to, but I wouldn't be surprised. They're just like, Ultimate Offering to one, fuck it. And it's like, okay. What are you going to do? I can normal summon my Teller Knights on your turn. I can keep getting my searches.
That max rarity.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you going to do? Tell this one into this one and this one. I get a search and a summon. Okay. Sure. You basically stop yourself from getting OTK'd. Like, if Ultimate Offering wasn't a continuous trap, it would be legal. Like, Return from a Different Dimension.
That card was busted back in
I hate it. I just hate that card. I have a bad taste in my mouth over that card. I hate how it's a trap card.
Yeah, but what's
Dimension Fusion returns. I just hate it because it's just like, oh, I can win now. It's like, no, you can't. No, you can't. I'm going to bring back all my banished cards. And throwing them all in the banish doesn't mean anything anymore. Let me just make a board of chaos monsters. Okay, I made my chaos. Okay, now
you're going to last turn.
Last turn? I mean, that's a trap card, but it's like... It's one of those things that it's too easy to set up FTKs.
Wait.
Oh, you mean Last Will? That has a loop on it, too. Is the only reason that's banned. Shit, I'd rather have Mass Driver back. I put Mass... Oh, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. It's at least comparable.
Think about it.
Like, I really find Grass as one of the most broken cards to ever be created. And just because it was made...
Yes.
Doesn't mean that it's, like, not beyond busted. Oh, and Fairy Tail Snow got banned, too. So...
But Fairy Tail Snow...
I mean,
was degenerate.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying. We're just talking about cards that got banned and whatnot. Yeah, they actually banned quite a bit. I mean, it didn't really interest me too much. I like my needle fiber, so, of course, when they banned that, I'm like, oh, that sucks.
What card deserved death? Oh, Shockmaster.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like I said, if they were ever going to play with it, they should have played with it. They had two opportunities to do it. One, link format. Two, the, 3 months that they didn't have tournament.
We bring back Shockmaster?
No. No, sir. No.
Yeah, I'll even
Never.
see that card. Never see him play again.
Never.
Because honestly, you want to think about it, you're shutting down a whole turn.
Butterfly Dagger Elma, I bring that back. Cold Wave. I would bring Cold Wave back first.
I could see Cold Wave.
I would bring Giant Trunade back first. I bring Heavy Storm back. I bring Metamorphosis back. I would probably bring Mirage of Nightmare back. Oh, is this the OCG? Oh yeah, this is the OCG ban list. Because they have Mystic Mind banned. I was like, wait a minute.
Mirage of Nightmare ain't...
It's a slow draw card, basically.
It's just...
But then you have to discard too, so that's another way to.
Oh yeah, they went Mirage of Nightmare, drew a new hand, and then went Emergency.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, if you could get rid of it somehow, how easy would it be to pop your own card now?
Yeah, that's how they did it.
Zeus or Tellarknights bounce it back. Just stupid stuff.
That's how they did it.
I'd take Smoke Grenade, even though I hate that card so much. Zodiac Barrage. Basically, every spell card, every banned spell card in the OCG is not as bad as Grass. Like, it's right up there.
I mean,
It's like top 5.
Grass was degenerate.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even like I hate it. It's just I don't think it's fair.
It's like any grave deck using Grass.
It's not even just great. Like, I could probably pick out like 5 cards, and I guarantee one of them will say, when this card goes to grave, it adds this card, and then when this card's added, then you add this back from your banish, and then when the banished one's add back, you add that one from grave.
I mean,
and then
you gotta think.
Stupid.
You got Light Swarms, you got Burning Abyss.
ABCs don't hate being in grave. Cosmos don't hate being in grave. Like, I could go on and on. Cyber Dragons, you can get those right back. You mill core or whatever, banish, summon Cyber Dragon. Zombies, Blue Eyes, Dark Magicians. They have recursion. I'm sure Red Eyes does. Anything dragon based. You get a Spiral Dragon in grave. Anything light or dark. Anything like water. They don't care. The Dragon Ruler stuff, they don't care. Salamangreat doesn't really care. Like, yeah, Monarchs don't care what they mill.
I gotta think about what mills that Infernoids.
Yeah, it's easier to come up with things that do than that don't. I don't even understand why they made that a card. Like, realistically, why would they ever make that a card? They should have never just made that.
They were thinking, they were
like, that's one of the cards that, realistically, over the last several years, that they should have just never made, because it was not going to make any logical sense. Kind of like Card of Safe Return.
Another one.
Like, I can understand Painful Choice. I can't understand Card of Safe Return. I can even understand Ultimate Offering.
What did Card of Safe Return do?
Every time you bring a monster back from grave, you draw a card.
Oh, yeah, we can't. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Plague Spreader, draw back. Go into Charge Warrior. Charge Warrior, draw a card. Put the card you just drew back on the top of the deck. Make a free crystalling. Or you could go into the Chaos Ruler. You can go into Omega. Or you can go into Savage now.
Oh, no. Oh,
you could go into Needle Fiber. Needle Fiber gets you another thing. Needle Fiber and that. And then make like a Curious or whatever. Like, no. Remember how good Burning Abyss was in 2015 or whatever?
Did they bring back Change of Heart?
Yes. Spin it 1. Yeah.
It
does like nothing. It's not going to do anything. We already have talents.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much late for that.
Yeah. Just like Feather Duster. It's like, how many people are really going to play Feather Duster? They're just going to play Lightning Storm. I mean, maybe if you have 2 Lightning Storms, you can play 1 Feather Duster instead.
Maybe if you were a couple of years back, I would have that conversation.
Yeah.
But now
I've always liked Feather Duster.
What?
I've always liked Feather Duster. I always thought that card should have came back a long time ago.
Don't worry, I'll play Griffin's Feather Duster for the Herpes.
Heck yeah. And play, what's that other awful card? There's so many of them.
The
White Hole for Dark Hole.
Yeah.
There's another one for a card I think it's legal now. Oh, what is it called?
I feel like Light Stage can come back now.
Light Stage is at 3.
What?
Light Stage is at 3.
Is it back?
It just came back to 3, yes.
Well, time for me to go pick up my deck.
It's really bad though, sir. The only thing that deck had going for it was a 1-card Dragoon. And now they don't because Anaconda's dead. But
you know, they had the Droll Reincarnation combo.
they do, yeah. But you could play that in anything as long as you're willing to give up your normal.
And I like the fact that it burned.
There is one thing that I think people underestimate about Trickstars, or just the Trickstar engine. If you open Candina and Light Stage together, yeah, if you open Candina and Light Stage, which are both at 3, so 6 out of 40, you can go into any Link 3, which people don't think about. Because Quarterbane for free, Candina, get your Lilybell free summon. Here's Link 3.
Alright.
It's not as good as Dragoon, but
so
it's pretty good.
Degenerate
IP.
monster cards.
Oh, good. Monsters are so easy to do because there's so many of them.
Level leader.
Not coming back. They would have to errata it. I mean, I'm not going to say Subzitoad's broken by any means. Like now, it's going to be relevant.
It's not on level as level leader.
Not in today's game. So, what I'm saying is, think if you could tribute tokens off of Subzitoad. You just keep making tokens, tribute, bring back Frog, bring back Frog. The thing is, what do you do with it now, though? You don't have Mass Driver.
Is Subzitoad back?
Yes. They banned Rodentoad. You can't do the FTK anymore. Yeah, Morphing Jar came back. It's like none of them are going to do anything.
Even being a problem.
Subzitoad probably won't either. Like, what's it going to do? Rodentoad was such an underratedly good card.
Okay, so what's Subzitoad do?
Tribute a monster, summon any frog. Or, what is the exact wording on it? Level 2 water or something like that? It's not nearly as good as it was. You have to tribute a card. And it's like, even if you could do that whole combo, what are you going to do for it? Like, you could get your whole deck in the grave, then what do you do?
I mean...
You can't Magical Explosion. You could maybe do Blasting the Ruins, I guess. It's literally one effective alien and it stops it, though. Tribute one monster, special summon one frog monster from the deck, except Frog the Jam. Except... Frog monsters except Frog the Jam cannot be destroyed by battle. And it's level 1, it's not even level 2. So, I mean, it's not really that great.
I think Rotoad got banned because it's so to death.
Yeah. That was for Sprite. Like, you could have easily banned Swap Frog instead. But then the frogs are just completely dead. Like, how are you ever going to get 2 on the board? You can't. At least with Swap Frog, you can still go in a Tree Toad. Rodin is just like, okay. So let's say I have Swap Frog, Ronin, and then another monster.
I want to see Argapane come back.
No.
But it's not going to happen.
No. We should just, like, make a video on, like, every card on the ban list and how likely they are to come back and how badly we want them back. That would be a lot easier than us. I've talked about that card for a long time. I'm like, why don't they bring that back? And they're like, FTK.
They brought Cyberstein.
Yeah, that did nothing, did it? Eclipse Wyvern?
What's the difference between Cyberstein
and Magic Scientist?
Yeah.
Cyberstein, you paid 5,000 to summon a monster, and Cyberstein is not once per turn. It's 1,000 to summon, basically. Psychic, like a fusion from the extra deck. So it's like it's a multiple instant fusion. Which instant fusion isn't 1.
So
I don't necessarily agree that it should be at 1.
Cyberstein, you pay 5,000.
Right. for one fusion monster,
And magical.
which is a cost.
Right.
5,000 effect dealer, 5,000 gamma, 5,000 imperm. That's all.
Right, you can stop it. But
I'm gonna look up magical scientist.
Here-
I'm pretty sure.
so
I mean, if you think about it, it's a free link too, as well. It could be an easy link
I
too.
understand this.
It is, but you have to pay 5,000 instead of 1,000.
More life points. That's
Yeah.
the only reason.
It's a lot more of a risk. So, magical scientist, it's not once per turn. That's probably the biggest reason why. But yeah, if you brought it back to 1, that would be fine. Like, or errated it, say once per turn, that's fine. It could come back. Special summon a level 6 or lower fusion monster from your extra deck in face-up attack or face or defense position. I mean, it would suck to summon out Winda or something, but I mean, if you waste your normal summon on it,
It has to be above Windows of 5.
I hate Winda. I've always hated Winda. Whether it's broken or not, I just hate it.
I know, you got so mad when I played Scythe and Window.
That's just overkill.
I dropped the Scythe. I summoned Window, then I dropped the Scythe. And you're like, yeah, so you only got one special summon, and you can't go to the extra deck.
Yeah. Summon alternative pass. Not summon alternative, summon a level 1 and then go into spirit pass. Like, that's a big deal.
Our next Scythe probably needs to go. But actually, I think it's kind of fair. Because it only stops you for one turn.
I don't think... I mean, Scythe and Mystic Mine in the same format's kind of bullcrap. Scythe and Mystic Mine in the same format's kind of bullcrap. Thing is, when they banned Needle Fiber, that was one of the main ways they got Scythe out. Because they go into Wonder Magician, pop their own Scythe.
At least one Electromite back.
You still have Baroness and all that stuff?
Yep.
Cross out.
Yep.
Yeah. Good. Because Baroness still hasn't gotten that reprint. We'll see if it comes next year.
I still got it.
Yep. It's in a side set. It's like, that's the card that's going to hold value. You get it, and you ever want it again.
I still got that Baroness.
So, I'm looking at the OCG ban cards. Amazonas Archer.
That's like Tribute 2, you take.
Yeah, they banned all 5 of those FTK cards that we didn't touch. Cannon Soldier MK2. Cyberdraw. Do we have Cyberdraw?
Can we have... What?
I don't know if we have Cyberdraw. Well, yeah, Cyberdraw was a card that just came back, right? Because we have all 3 of the... We have Morphing, Morphing 1, and Morphing 2.
I don't think Cyberdraw came back. I think all the Morphin Jars did.
Yeah, Cyberdraw was the one that just came back. Yeah. Which that is kind of bullcrap. Because, like, if you flip that... Well, the thing is, you could easily just get FTK'd. Okay, so I set Cyberdraw pass. You go attack, I flip it. Destroys the board. If I brick and get no monsters, and you draw 5 monsters and can summon them all, you get to attack me 5 times during the battle phase. Yeah. It could happen.
Fiber Jar is the one that's...
Fiber Jar is the one that's not coming. Yeah, that's the one that can't really come back.
Fiber Jar is the one that's annoying.
Fishboard Blaster, that's one of those FTK cards.
I don't see it being an issue.
I mean, I don't know that I would say that it wouldn't be an issue. Gandora X Dragon is banned over there. Good old
Fishboard Blaster?
Yeah, that was actually used in the Frog FTK to actually get the combo going. It was a big part of what helped it. Link Cross, I forgot about that card.
There
MX
was a
Saber
wind
and
up that
Voc...
got banned.
Zenmighty? Dixie? Or you mean Hunter?
No. I'm not talking about Japan, I'm talking about over here.
That's Zenmighty, the extra deck one. That's a hand loop.
Was it Carrier?
Carrier Zenmighty, yeah. Wait.
I can see that coming back.
They'd have to ban Hunter. That's the only issue.
Oh. Why?
Because the hand loop. You can basically rip out someone's hand. Well, you'd think that, but then they printed Gumblar, so you know. Yeah, what do I know? I like to see Mind Master come back, but I don't see it happening. Basically, magical scientist.
That takes a lot harder setup.
What's that?
You gotta think about that.
Is
You
Zenmighty?
had Gumblar, a Link 4, and just...
Yeah. Yeah, but a Link 4 is easy to make if you really... Like, if you wanted to do something like that, it would be very easy to do. People think a Link 4 is so difficult.
Yeah.
Yet everybody has an Appaloosa in their extra deck.
With the wind-up, it takes a little bit more. Especially on how deck that slow is now.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard about wind-up carriers and Matey coming back. Especially if they ban Hunter. They should.
Pretty much fucking going 5 miles per hour in the fucking 20 zone.
Well, the thing is, it would not just be played in wind-ups. You could, like, think of Burning Abyss. All free, I don't play back, bro.
I don't think Burning Abyss would even make it.
It wouldn't necessarily be Burning Abyss. It would be wind-up, it'd be like wind-up loop with Burning Abyss cards because they're easy to spam level 3s.
Trident can come back.
I don't mind Trident. 2 level 3... Good gosh. 2 level 3s? Oh, let me go tour guide. Once per turn, detach an extreme material from this card. Special summon one wind-up monster from hand or deck. So there you got... You go into any Link 2 as a backup play. When a face-up wind-up monster on the field is destroyed and sent to the grave, except during damage step, detach one material from your hand, target that monster, return that target to the hand. Then there's some way of hand looping with Hunter, I think. Of course.
Read Hunter.
Hunter's always the problem. Too many jokes. They should definitely ban Hunter, alright. You contribute one wind-up monster, except wind-up Hunter. Send one random card from your opponent's hand to the grave. This effect can only be used once while this card is face up on the field. Oh, so you'd have to loop... So you'd have this, then you'd loop out more Hunters with Zenmaity, and you'd rip cards out of your opponent's hands. I guess. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, because it returns one, right? Carrier does.
Oh, maybe you like keep bouncing the Hunter back and then keep summoning. I don't know. That's weird.
That's how that works, I think.
Kieran! I'm actually kind of surprised that card has stayed on the list that long. Like, I'm actually very surprised.
What?
That Kieran's been on the list that long. I mean, I don't care one way or the other. I'm just surprised that it stayed that long.
Kieran can come back at any point.
Monkey Board came back. Plush Fire, wouldn't surprise me they brought that back. Prank Kids Meow, I don't have a problem with that coming back either. Trap cards.
I do.
We can leave Imperial. What, Kieran? What? You don't want Kieran back?
No, Kieran's fine. The Prank Kids card.
I mean, that deck wasn't even good before the adventure stuff came out.
Well, no,
And the meta was a lot different too.
That cat made a one card
Playing 4, yeah.
board play.
It's bullshit. Yeah. Called by the Grave. Stops the whole play.
I still don't know why it's still at 1.
What?
Call by.
I think they should just put it in 2, see what happens, and then I'd be okay if they left it at 2. I just don't like 1. I mean, I don't care.
I think it wouldn't do much.
It wouldn't. There's people that want it banned.
I think Red Reboot was worse.
It was. Because the problem was, like, the main card you're going to negate with Reboot is going to be evenly. Or a solid.
Something degenerate.
Yeah, you're going to be stopping a degenerate card with the degenerate card. The problem is, it freezes the back row. And then you just go, FTK. Because think about it, like, you go first, you set 5. Say you're playing Altergeist or something. You go, spoofing. Red Reboot. You're done. Now I just go, Farm Girl, teleport into something else, attack, add back, stupid stuff. I don't like Return. I've never liked Return. I mean, I don't know that it... I mean, it's kind of asinine to say, but...
Can we bring multi-roll back to 3?
Depends on what you mean by can you. Can you? Yeah. Would Sky Strikers probably be top tier again? Probably. Fuck it. Just bring Engage, Widow Anchor, Multi-Roll, Hornet Drones, Kagari. Every card that's been hit for Sky Strikers, bring it to 3. Especially with Mystic Mine running around. What do with it?
I think multi-roll was a problem.
Yeah.
The main problem.
Yeah. It's like a Spellbook of Judgment.
It's like every card I use.
Doesn't it stop him from, like, responding to your stuff or something like that, too?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was another problem about it. I'll have a semi-cold wave and Spellbook of Judgment, but I have to reset them. So, I mean, you could Twin Twister me. Take 2 of them out. Self-destruct button. Bring it back. Trap Dust Shoot.
I think that would be funny if they did.
Trap Dust Shoot?
Self-destruct button.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. I'd be having a heck of a time with that. I'd be like, well, I guess I'm about to lose. Attack for game, self-destruct button.
I think people would be pissed.
That's the point. That's why it's banned. Yeah, I really don't see... I mean, I know I'm desensitized, but I really don't see Ultimate Offering as... Like, the game is so fast now.
Oh, no, I see
It almost would just give It almost would give someone who's at a disadvantage a chance to last a turn. The problem is it's continuous. But with it being continuous, you can also stop it with a spell card. Like an MST. Quick effect. Whatever you want to say.
Yeah. That's the thing.
It's like activate, chain. You get nothing. It won't surprise me when they bring it back. Probably next year. I could see it.
They need to make a spell version of that.
Sir, we're talking about a trap, which means it's slower. Is the only reason why it has a chance to come back. We don't need a faster one. We're not playing N.O format, and we're playing frickin' Spell Speed 4 Graceful Charity, or what was it? Spell Speed 4
like
Giant
True
Trunade.
Quick play.
I remember you had that, and then you had like a Spell Speed 4, what was it called? Heavy Storm that vanished or something like that. Like, what are you doing? Like, come on now. And then Vanity's Emptiness.
Vanity's Emptiness can come back.
If they were added it to... I mean, it's really not that... I mean, it's good, but like I never played that card as a degenerate. Like I would wait. I'd go, okay, so normal, special, or whatever. And they're about to go into whatever. They're not crystalline, savage.
I mean, it's kind of hard if you sell like a towers or something, but
Right. It's one of those cards that is like Mystic Mind, where it's like it's as good as the board that you can make behind it, and that's why it's banned. The card inherently is not even that bad. Not even that bad.
it's not bad. It's
I
really
remember a format when that was at 3, and I think Royal Oppression was at 2, and nobody played Vanities and Tennis for a long, long time. I'm talking like 4 or 5 years went by and nobody played that card. I think it was like some Necros player or something. It was like, I can just make a board and then like I don't need to keep summoning because like I already negate their effects with Yugioh or whatever. I already have my Lavalval chain or my Gin Lock, and then I just have it as a back row play. And the thing is now about continuous cards, they can protect them a lot easier. You got Stardust Spark, you got Master Key Beetle, you got Beat Cop, stuff like that. I'll tell you what card is bullshit. That's really underrated. How broken it is Metaverse. That card is disgusting.
I think the Mice of the Land is even worse.
Yeah, but you have to. It can be, but your opponent has to do something. I think.
All it needs is a special summon monster. What
Right.
deck does a special summon?
Nurse Burn.
What?
Nurse Burn. The one and only.
Damn. If somebody plays that, they're a true champ.
I'd be playing it. So could you imagine the amount of degenerate decks I would be playing if like Upstart and Chicken Game just went to 3 and Terraforming?
Alright,
And Into the Void.
Charity.
Graceful Charity is like in that top 5 area of spell cards that are unlikely to come back, in my opinion. I've never thought that Change of Heart was going to be like that. Now, when I go back and play my 2005 game or whatever, and I'm playing Snatch Steal, it's the best card in the deck. Now, it's not anything. But you know what you can do with Change of Heart? You can take your opponent's Cyber Draw and flip it.
Damn.
On them. And then blow up the board. But you better know it. You better know ahead of time what it is, or it's kind of worthless.
Don't worry, I'll play one Convulsion of Nature to find out what they're
Right.
playing.
I mean, they just wanted Change of Heart off the list, clearly. They were just like, it's not even that big a deal.
Change of Heart.
Because if they didn't want it off the list, they would have just put Mind Control on multiples.
Change of Heart ain't that big of a deal anymore.
Right. It's just a better Mind Control that's already limited. Because they could have just put Mind Control to 2.
But
and
they
it would've done
run
basically the same
Brain
thing.
Control.
Yeah, and they killed it. More or less.
I don't understand why, but...
Because they were afraid of it being like... Okay, so... Brain Control got eroded in between the time of Snatch Steal being too busted, allegedly, and Change of Heart not being good enough. I mean, they should have just left it alone. It's just another card they wanted to take off the ban list. And it's probably never been played in a topping deck. Like in like a top 4 deck, I bet no one's ever played it.
Yeah, they killed that card hard.
Yeah, that's what I said when it came out. I'm like,
I thought that was one of the pointless erratas ever.
it's like, what are you going to do? Take a Monarch from your opponent and then you're not locked out of your extra deck? I mean, okay, cool. Take their Majesty's or Vanity's Fiend. Sure.
And the thing with that is they just brought back Change of Heart. And didn't even touch that card.
What's that?
They didn't even touch Change of Heart. But they tend to Brain Control.
Well, that's the thing. Like, Change of Heart's was more broken than Brain Control. Because you had to pay $800 for Brain Control. And Brain Control had to be face up. Change of Heart never did. But Brain Control was never the iconic card that Change of Heart was. So like, whatever, we'll just put Brain Control. While we're at it, we'll make sure it can be legal.
Alright, Metamorphosis.
I think that it would have a lot of issues with coming back. Definitely. But once again, if we're talking about one card, you're going to play one card, what are you going to do? Get rid of your level 9 and then go into a Mecha buff? Like, what are you doing? Okay. I guess if you're playing generators or something, and you already got your negate out of it, you could Metamorphosis it off on main phase 2, make a Mecha buff, and then you have a negation.
Heck yeah.
I guess.
But you gotta think, though, you could also make Winda.
Yeah, but we were just talking magical scientists. You can make Winda off of instant fusion. And now we have ready fusion that can make 6s and lowers.
Right.
I'm so excited for ready fusion.
I just don't know.
They've made way too many strong spell cards in the last couple of years, though.
Now.
So the answer to all these strong spell cards is ban Imperial Order. It's the best move.
Oh.
You know why Tri-Brigade's so good? Imperial Order. It's not the dang Zodiac engine. It's not Zeus. It's not Revolt.
I would be like, listen. You need a counteractive solution to everything. And Imperial Order's still at 1.
That's banned. Or if it was, though, it would be an out to a lot of things.
Imperial Order?
Yeah.
Is it banned?
Yeah, it's been banned for a long time. It got banned like 2-3 formats ago.
Is that the one that negates spells?
Yes. The continuous. Which, like I said, outs Mystic Mine. So if you're going to cry about Mystic Mine, you have to pick your poison on that. If you pick your poison on that, and you say,
but
I don't like Mystic Mine, but I don't like Imperial Order, and they say, you have to pick one.
I remember playing Imperial Order.
It's up to you.
Because it came back.
2017, yeah. And it lasted like 4 years. And that's about 3.5 more than I thought it was going to last.
Imperial Order just got rebanned, huh?
And you know what else card came back to 3?
What?
That's real good. It's Skill Drain.
Are you fucking kidding me right now? Like,
you didn't know that was back at 3?
No.
Yeah, it's been at 3. I think it's getting printed in the Dark World deck.
I got 3 of them.
Let's bust out the Cleaforge, boys!
Phil has all that.
They can make Infinity. Infinity gets your negate and flip your Skill Drain.
Let's put another one to test. Telemias.
I haven't really ever had a problem with that card. Like, after Infinity was basically power crept, so let's say like 17, that card's never really bothered me. Because there's like Infinity, there's like the Constellar Diamond, or whatever, but they're just better cards than Infinity.
Yeah, I don't see Telemias being a problem.
Okay, what would you rather deal with, Infinity or Savage?
A what?
Infinity or Savage? You had to duel against one of those. Which one would you rather duel against?
Neither.
What?
Neither.
You gotta pick one, though.
Damn.
Savage is more broken.
Well,
Dragoon is more broken than Infinity. So, let's see.
If you would put it Dragoon or Infinity, I would rather take my chances with Infinity.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Or, better yet, if it was down to Dragoon, Destiny, Hero, Phoenix Enforcer, or Infinity, I'd rather take my chances with Infinity.
I think I really think that Phoenix Enforcer is really overrated. I've always said that card was overrated. I mean, it's really good, but it's not. I think Dragoon's way better. Like Dragoon inherently by itself is a better card. Like technically, Phoenix Enforcer has better potential because it can pop your scythe or some bullcrap card.
I mean, the only difference is Destiny Hero Phoenix Enforcer comes back, but
Which you could card by it. Which you could card by it.
Right. But Dragoon, when it hits board,
it's like impossible to get rid of.
Tribute it.
Yeah, like you can't out that card. You have to get a big ass monster to attack over it, or you have to do some kind of non-targeting crap.
Because I felt like
it can negate storming though.
I felt like I pulled some more bullshit with Dragon than I would with Destiny Hero Phoenix Enforcer.
That's what I've said.
Because when I played Shadow Invoked, I ended up on Winda, Dragon, and Mechamba, and you were like, how am I going to play against
I can't
that?
out that. That's too strong of a board. Now, if it were Phoenix Enforcer instead, if it was a pop, one special, and one negate, I could play through that. It'd be hard, but it'd be a lot easier than Dragoon. Oh, and don't forget, when I discard my card, not to mention if the card does something when it hits grave as well, I also gain 1,000 points. And then I'll also pop your card next turn.
If I negate, it gains 1,000.
Right.
So
and then you can pop on my turn too.
Yeah.
So, Phoenix Enforcer. If you quick effect pop, does it come back during the next turn or during your next turn?
The end phase.
So if you do it like on the end phase, then it would come back on the next end phase?
It'll come back on that end phase.
Okay, so you make it, you use the effect, it's coming back that turn.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty good, but...
But the thing is, you gotta get rid of it.
Yeah, but you also have time. If they pop you, at least you're hurting yourself. Like, it's kind of like needle fiber, which is only during your opponent's turn. But it's off the board, so you have that little bit of time from main phase 1 to end phase to destroy them.
You got more ways to stop a Destiny Hero Phoenix Enforcer.
Right. And then there's the trap, the Ice Dragon's Prison. There's, I mean, not really cross out, like DD Crow. There's Shifter, Macro.
There's DD Crow, Call by
Gamma. I mean, technically, if we're being technical, you could say Nibiru. Any Solemn.
Hell, even Dimension Shifter.
That's what I'm saying. Did I not say Shifter? Well, if I didn't, Shifter, yeah. If we're being technical, yeah. I mean, it's very unlikely. It's very situational, but yeah, Shifter could technically stop it in some points. It goes to grave. I was gonna say.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that turned me off from Destiny Hero Phoenix Enforcer.
I mean, it's a good card. I think
it's good.
I think inherently Dragoon's just harder to out. That's all I'm saying.
I just think Dragon was like dumb.
Yeah.
It's like dumb.
Like I said, it has a higher ceiling because of sight.
Right, I feel like I could stop a Destiny Hero Phoenix Enforcer.
Or if you were playing a Mystic Mine deck, pop the Mystic Mine, and then just OTK.
But I feel like if I created a dragon compared to Destiny Hero Phoenix Enforcer,
it's harder to out.
I was gonna be like, I'm fine.
Like, I don't mind if... Okay, let's say this. Because Nibiru, do you have time to respond to that? Or is that considered a tribute? Because it still has to activate, so you have time to respond to that.
It tributes for cost.
Right, but on the 5th summon, you can still chain to it, I do believe. Because it's activating the effect and then tributes. It's not like a kaiju that just says... See what I'm saying? Yeah. So you could Phoenix Enforcer tag out before the Nibiru came down.
You could stop a Nibiru effect, yes.
I mean, you wouldn't stop the effect, you just stop it from dying. By killing itself. And then it just come back.
No, when you tribute, you negate and destroy something.
Right, I'm saying to protect the Phoenix Enforcer, you could protect itself by killing it, so it would come back dodging the Nibiru. Where a kaiju, they couldn't do that.
Yeah, well, yeah, but if I'm using Destiny Hero Phoenix Enforcer, I'm negating the Nibiru anyways.
Oh, it negates too?
It negates a monster, spell, or trap by tributing itself.
I thought it just popped any card to pop another card.
No.
I thought it was like a quick effect break sword.
No, it's a quick effect I tribute to negate. Here, I'll show you. It does pop a card.
Don't I have one laying around here?
Yeah, you have one in your 10.
Alright. Uh-oh. Ready Fusion. You can make a level 6 or higher hero monster, and then if you can make a Destiny hero monster, oh man, you can make this guy. Oh, I hated that part of it too. You lose 200 for each hero in my grave. Hoo-hoo.
Yeah, and it does.
Okay, yeah, it says... Yeah, it doesn't negate. It says you destroy both one card you control and one card on the field. So you could pop, like if you wanted to play around it, you could pop a mine and pop that and then bring it back to play around the mine. You could, yeah, so you could like pop the scythe and then pop one of their cards, or you could pop the scythe and then pop itself if you wanted. There's a lot.
Hold up. I know it negates. Oh, maybe it doesn't.
No, it's just, that's like a break sword. It's a recurable break sword. That's what I'm saying. Like, if someone goes Nibiru on that card, you just go effect, pop this card, pop another card on the board. And then
You got two of these things?
Is there two of them in there?
Probably. They look like they have two. Damn.
I mean, one's Luke's, but yeah, I suppose. They were like $4 to $6.
Damn.
I don't know why the hell they were so hard to pull, though. That was harder to pull than Prosperity. If that tells you anything.
Yeah, this ain't as busted as I thought it was.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said Dragoon to me is way stronger. By itself. But Dragoon by itself can't do the whole scythe lock. Which is fine.
Yeah, I'd rather take a dragon over that any day.
That's what I'm saying. Unless you're playing Sky Strikers and you need your extra monster zone open. Or your main monster zone open. So you can activate your spells. Then you play that guy.
Yeah, your dragon's more busted than that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is dumb, but... I thought out of the Destiny Hero Bane was retarded.
They reprint all those too. I've been trying to wait around to get those at some point. I need like Sunriser, I need, or whatever it's called. I think it's Sunriser, Liquid Soldier. I don't think they reprinted Fusion Destiny though. Bastards.
I think Fusion Destiny got reprinted already.
Yeah, but I don't think it was in the latest, one of the later sets. I don't think it was in the hero thing. Because that card went right up to like almost $20. Because it's literally like a Shadow Fusion. Which every time they make a Shadow Fusion card, it's busted as shit. Branded Fusion, Brilliant Fusion, Shadow Fusion. What was the other one we were talking about? Fusion Destiny. Always broken every time. I am better polymerization. I am good. Imagine if Prank Kids had a Shadow Fusion. Could you imagine how ridiculous that would be? I'm going to fuse. Then I'm going to get 2 summons. Oh, that's an easy link 4 right there too, sir. That'd be basically like Meow again.
Yeah.
Actually, it'd be kind of strong. You could actually theoretically do more. You know what the Prank Kids list were doing when they were topping? They played 2 of each of the Prank Kids, and then instead of the other 4 that they'd be putting in the deck, they put hand traps. Like, really? Miscellaneousaurus. Yay. Really, the only reason called by is at 1, both from a business standpoint and a gameplay format, is crossout. Which, crossout's once per turn. So, really, what they should have done was they should have made crossout first and then made called by. But since they did it backwards, like, they could probably have them both at 2. That would make sense to me. Otherwise, I don't see called by coming back to more than 1. If that makes any sense. Because called by is kind of stupid in the sense of I have full combo and I have dead called by card in hand. Just in case the opponent has that gamma, or not gamma, Ash. Because as we've seen, Ash can stop a whole turn. Well-timed Ash. I'll Ash that Shadow Fusion. I don't want that going on. No, that's going through. I'll Ash that card that'll get you your second monster to go into Anaconda. No, I'll call it by you. That type of deal. So I get it from that perspective. I mean, I understand how realistically you probably shouldn't be able to call it by and cross out more than once each per turn. So you could have read a called by to once per turn, and then I'd be okay with it going to 2. Or they would have to hit cross out. No. I just think that's how it's going to be from now on. I think they're just going to leave called by at 1 and cross out at 3 for a while. Because I don't really see a point. Because that is kind of bullcrap when I think about it.
What?
If you can cross out someone once, and you can called by twice, that's kind of bullcrap. So let's say you have 3 hand traps in your hand, and that's your only thing that's stopping me. Because that's how the mindset worked. That's why you play Psalms, excuse me, or something else. Get them trap holes and mirror forces out. Well, I mean, people probably should be playing like Imperms, Nibiru, Gamma. You know, cards that can't be stopped with combat. So, I try to play. And I'm playing Trick Stars. And you hit me with Droll and Lockbird. On my second search, you droll me. I cross out you. So then from there, I do something else. You hand trap me a second time. On my... I don't know. I'm trying to think of an excuse here. I didn't really give the best example, so I'm trying to work my way through this. Use your second hand trap. And I called by you. Then you activate your third hand trap. And I called by you again. You see how that's kind of bullcrap? I can see why that's annoying. Did you get all that?
If
so I'm playing Trick Stars. Okay. You got 3 hand traps in hand.
Yeah.
I'm gonna OTK you if you don't get one of these hand traps off. You have 3 cards.
Right.
You droll me. I cross out you. I can keep searching. I'm just talancing, pot, this, that, you know, anything I want. You hit me with your second hand trap. I called by you. You have 1 more hand trap. You use another hand trap, and I called by you a second time. That's kind of bullcrap.
Yeah. Because you're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just said Trick Stars because of Droll would be in the deck. Or most likely Ash would be in there too. But I can easily OTK you just because I have a protection card. It's like a miscellaneous at that point.
Right.
I'm just extra card in hand. If you have good enough hand, not needed. But yeah. I think people are going to start playing the new the spell frame, which is what I've been advocating for years. I don't know why they never did. Because if you think about all the spell cards that you can negate with that, that's real good. And that's like... Okay, what are some spell cards that you'd want to negate on your opponent going first? Pot of Desires. Pot of Prosperity. Pot of Extravagance. Like Shadow Fusion type cards. Monster Reborn. Foolish Burial. Reinforcements of the Army type cards. So if you play the frame that negates spells, you can negate any of those. And then you still have Ash, etc. left over.
Right.
I mean, it's not the best idea necessarily, but I think it's worth a shot. Terraforming. whatever field spell. Any card that searches another card, like Tenacity of the Monarch, or Return the Monarch, or Pantheism, or March. That's just that extra annoying piece that's not fun. But you're not negating Lightning Storm, Droplets, Talents on their first turn. Because you can't.